And the final act tonight is Mr. Paul Harry Allen.
Hello. 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 Thank you. Hello. Yes, I will be reading The Bold Twit Lion by Spike Milligan. And for tonight's performance, the part of the lion will be played by Richard Burton. A couple of fans in. There will also be cameos from Michael Caine, Jack Nicholson, and John Peel. A couple of fans in. Once, twice, and thrice upon a time, there lived a jungle. It started at the bottom and went upwards till it reached the monkeys, who had been waiting for years for the trees to reach them, and as soon as they did, the monkeys invented climbing down. Trees never spoke, so they never said much. Actually, one tree did once say much, but nobody believed him. They never said fish either, not even on Fridays. One day, in the middle of the jungle, near a village called Pongoland, a big lion called Mr. Gronk had a sudden attack of strongness. He was 21 that day and had been given the key to the jungle. So he put on a fierce look and, leaping into the air, gave the biggest, loudest roar in the world. Roar! In fact, he roared so loud that it loosened all the roots of his hair, and tinkle, tinkle, all this lovely mane fell off and landed on the ground. Suddenly, Mr. Gronk spotted himself in the Daily Mirror and saw that he was now bold. A bold lion. I'll be the laughingstock of the hyenas, he said. So he unroared. But his hairs didn't go back in. They just lay there smiling up at him in hairy, that's hair language. Poor Mr. Gronk, he now looked like a bold twit lion. One night, when he was having tea, lions, he said, it's a slow burner, he said, I can't go on being bald, it's a big problem. I must find a solution. He bribed a part-time hairy anteater to sit on his head. It really looked like real hair, but the lion got hiccups, and each time hairy anteater fell off. Lion was heartbroken. Sad growls, he said, and then did what no lion had ever done before. He laid himself down on the world and cried, boo, hairless who. The animals, having no television, gathered round to look at him and feel sad. By now, Bold Twit Lion had cried so much he ran out of tears and had to drink 2 gallons of water. Then off he went again, a boo-hoo, a boo-hoo. All hope was not lost. A crow landed on Lion's nose. Why don't you get all the other lions? Oh, you've heard the crow before, good. Why don't you get all the other lions to shave their heads bald, and then yours wouldn't notice? Now, Bold Twit Lion jumped to his paws. Round the jungle he raced, shouting, shave all your heads or your legs will fall off. Soon, the jungle was alive with the sound of frightened lions shaving their heads. But oh dear, everything and every non-lion animal burst out laughing. Worse still, the lady lions were furious with their silly, bold husbands, so they refused to talk or growl to them. All the bold lions realized they'd been spoofed. But then along came a holy man called Daniel. He took pity on them, so sat down and invented lions' wigs. Daniel then glued them to the lions' heads, all except poor Mr. Gronk. Because he was responsible for all the boldness, he was left out. He became so sad, he cried for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, you can't stop a story and leave Mr. Gronk like that. He was still bold, and it was this that changed his life. One day, a party of tourists surprised Bold Twit. They couldn't believe their eyes. Some couldn't even believe their teeth. A bold lion! This must be the rarest animal in the world. Mr. Gronk's head soon became the most photographed bald head in the world. Some people even took tape recordings of his boldness. He's probably still laughing at the crow. For a time, he was happy, But whereas everyone was mad to see his bald head, no one ever came to see him. But God was watching. He liked lions, so slid down from heaven on a religious giraffe's neck. Who are you? I'm Mr. God. If you don't believe me, ask Giraffe. Lion did, and Giraffe said, oh, yep, he's God, all right. If you still don't believe me, ask me a difficult question. How much is 2 times 2? 4. Oh, you're God, all right. Good. Now close your eyes and say miggle moggle cake. Lion did, and when he opened his eyes, he now had a lovely mane of beautiful black hair. He was so happy, he married a Roman Catholic giraffe. And lived happily ever after until the next day. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.